Okay, so today is Result Fridays, and I have a good one for you. This is going to be showing you how we got collections removed. So we have 31 things removed off the credit report, and of course, I'm going to show you the results. Then I'm going to show you exactly what we did to get the results. So Capital One has a pretty decent card called the Platinum. Okay, so I like to give stuff away, and I like to pass it away to get those collections removed off the credit report. Did you know that most collection clients receive the star letters or star email? Okay, guys, so I'm back for another Result Fridays. Now, I have a good one, and I wasn't even gonna do results today. I was gonna do something else. I had Metro 2 on my mind today, but when I came across these results, I'm like, I gotta show the people these results. So this is collections. A gentleman came in, he had a boatload of collection. Literally, there is like over 100 reporting collections on his credit report. So we got 31 things removed from this report. As you can see, the scores did go up a bit. At least it got him out of the 400. So we'll take that. So of course we don't really have any control over how much scores go up. But however, I want to show you guys this. Here is the date. So credit report summary from May 24th. I literally just pulled this today, May 24th. The previous report that was pulled on this one was April 22nd. So it was last month. So we can see that the scores went up a bit, 30 plus points each bureau. We got 31 things deleted off the credit report. So I'm super excited to call the client to let the client know what we were able to do this month. We made really good progress, even though we still have a long way to go because this particular client has over 100 negative items on their credit report. So anyways, but of course, we did not dispute all 100 and something things that were on the credit report at once because there's no way that even makes sense to do that. So, okay, so the first thing that we have here is a torrid account. So this was a charged off account that went into collections. So we were able to get one of them deleted off of Experian. Then you have Victoria's Secret. We got one deletion with Equifax. And then you have Victoria's Secret's credit. We have one deleted with Equifax. Wayfair, we got one deletion with Experian. LV Envy Funding, we got one deletion for this particular account. Now they do have several accounts with LV Envy Funding. So let's get into this. What I'm more excited about is Midland and NCB. Those are the ones that we were really focused on for last month to get results for this month for, and we did really well, as you can see. So we were able to get all of the Midland funding credit collections removed from this client's credit report. So gone, we don't have to deal with them anymore. And NCB, those are gone as well. We don't have to deal with any of those anymore. So we did come a long way. So this is extremely exciting. You know, we use smart credit monitoring, which shows the Vantage score, I think 3.0. So the client's FICO 8, FICO 9, all this stuff is going to be different. It's probably going to be a little higher than what we're seeing here. Just saying. And also we disputed some personal information, got that corrected and deleted. So that's that with that. Now let me show you exactly what we did to get it. Okay, so as simple as it is, yes, I did use my 609 affidavit of fact and truth. So because this was the first time that I actually disputed this for this particular client, I did like a first round dispute affidavit for her, because there's different levels to the affidavits, because if it's the second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, you get more aggressive with it, you get more serious with it, the verbiage changes, things like that. So this is like a level 1 affidavit. So let's look over the actual affidavit. It says the usual verbiage. I am of legal age and competent to make this affidavit. I have a personal knowledge of the facts and matters set forth in the affidavit, and I make this affidavit based on my own personal observations, experiences, and information available to me. So the reason for the affidavit, here I am naming all of the LV Envy funding accounts that I have disputed with them. And of course, you see here where I have some Fair Credit Reporting Act verbiage and sections. 609, of course, we're talking 609 because this is a collection. This section explicitly requires the verification of original signed consumer contracts for all accounts posted on the credit report. That is why section 609 works so well with collections, because you have these third parties attempting to collect funds that you don't necessarily owe them directly, and then paperwork gets messed up, lost in the motion, and they can't produce all of those things. At best, I've seen them, produce invoices. But what are invoices? I could make an invoice right now, So section 609 is definitely key. This is why I call it the 609 affidavit. And section 611, this section pertains to the procedures for disputing inaccuracies on a credit report. Section 623, this section outlines the responsibilities of furnishers of information to credit reporting agencies. Section 624, this section concerns the responsibilities of credit reporting agencies upon receiving notice of disputes. So we kind of got them cornered here. We have them cornered with 4 FCRA sections here that we are holding and binding them by. Also, we're telling them what our demands are. So you see how we started the affidavit off. We're telling them what the problem is by listing the accounts. We're telling them what we want. I am writing to formally address a highly concerning matter, blah, blah, blah. And of course, we're going to give them the law and the verbiage to let them know that we know what we're talking about and exactly what we are holding them to. I hereby demand the following action. So like I say all the time, you're always going to tell them what you want them to do about whatever issue you're presenting to them. Verification. I demand to see verifiable proof, specifically the original consumer contract bearing my signature that your agency has on file for the accounts listed below. Your failure to provide this proof has adversely impacted my ability to obtain credit. Removal of unverified accounts, immediate deletion, failure to comply. We're going to tell them what happens if they fail to comply, all of that. So just so we're seeing here, this letter was for TransUnion, and these are the results from TransUnion. Literally. And this is going to be a perfect example of when a dispute doesn't work out right here. So that's why I'm showing you this, because I don't want to show you all good things and act like I get everything deleted all the time, because it doesn't work like that. That's not even realistic. So we're going to have to come up with a new strategy for this one, and this will be the second strategy to get them to comply. Now, so as we can see from the results over here, TransUnion did not remove any of our LV/NV funding accounts, okay? So they didn't budge this month. So round 2 is going to be a more aggressive strategy, and we're going back at them. And I wanted to show you this one first so that you could see, that even though the affidavit is a really good strategy and it works really well, it doesn't hit all the time. Like every single time. If that were the case, I would be a billionaire right here, just sitting out here spitting out affidavits for people all day if it worked just like that all the time. So what we're going to do is come up with a different strategy for that, and we'll get back to that one. Okay. And one of the other ones that I want to show you is another TransUnion letter. Okay, and just so you can see, like, we do switch up addresses. So this stuff went out on the same day, but you see how I'm using the 555 West Adams Street address for TransUnion for one part of the disputes, and then I'm using a whole nother address for TransUnion for another letter that goes out on the same day. So I always like to isolate as much as possible, especially when there's so much stuff to dispute, like on this account with this particular client. So yeah, we had to definitely isolate, and we were able to get a deletion from using this address here, the P.O. Box 805 Woodland, Pennsylvania address at TransUnion, with the same affidavit that we used and sent to the 555 West Adams Street address. So we got deletion. So you see where we're disputing the 2 NCB collections. Here are the account numbers. You can verify here, get those account numbers. They are deleted. And here is your Experian dispute letter that we used. We sent that to the 4500 Allen, Texas address. We have the 4 collections that we were disputing with Midland Credit. And if you look over here, now this is the Experian column. It's in the middle where we got those 4 deleted from Experian. So they are gone. Okay, so same affidavit, just, you know, different accounts. And of course, we did use the affidavit of fact and truth, like I said earlier, for the personal information. So that all worked out great. I don't have time, guys, to do the second round with you guys because I do have to go. I have something else I have to do today, but I will keep you updated on second round and results from the second round with all of these collections, because we do have quite a ways to go more with getting more of this client's collections removed off their credit report. But just know that these are the result of the affidavits that I used, and I'm glad to be able to show you where the affidavits worked and then also where they did not work, so you can kind of know, you know, how it realistically really does work. So until the next video, I will talk to you guys then. Bye.